Hello my dear students, I am very sure you might have completed your homework. So we have completed exercise 3.2 now thereafter. So before we start exercise 3.3, you will have to understand few basics, few more things about quadrilateral. One more type of quadrilateral is a common name. Say whatsoever figure is having four sides, that will be called quadrilateral. But if quadrilateral is having some particular property, then their names will be different. So now property wise we will study various other type of quadrilateral. First of them is trapezium. What it is called? Trapezium. What is the property of trapezium? A quadrilateral having one pair of parallel lines is called trapezium. Only one pair of parallel lines should be there. If this quality is there, then it is a trapezium. And in the given figure, AB is parallel to CD. So ABCD is a trapezium. Now there are another type of trapezium which is called isosceles trapezium, in which non-parallel sides are equal. Non-parallel sides are AD and BC. So in isosceles trapezium, AD and BC will be equal, and in non-isosceles trapezium, AD and BC will be of different length. Okay, AB and CD must be parallel. AD and BC may be equal, may not be equal, and AB and CD may not be equal, may be equal. Okay. Another type of quadrilateral is kite. What is the property of kite? A kite is having two distinct consecutive pair of sides equal. What is this consecutive pair? Consecutive pair we have we can understand by adjacent sides. So adjacent sides will be called consecutive. So AB and AD are consecutive. So AB and AD must be equal. Similarly, BC and CD must be equal. If there is a figure like so, it will be called kite. Okay. So kite is also not having much property. Similarly, trapezium is also not having much property. Okay. But our next figure, known as parallelogram, is a treasure of properties. We will have to understand the properties of parallelogram very carefully, because most of our questions of exercise 3.3 will be based on the properties of parallelogram. Okay. So what is a basic figure? A quadrilateral having two pair of parallel sides is called parallelogram. So unlike trapezium and kite, this figure will have two pair of parallel lines, and you can understand by the symbol of arrows, as I have put in the figure, that AB is parallel to CD and AD is parallel to BC. So the first property which is required, that it should have two pair of parallel lines. Okay. Now what are the other things? Opposite sides and opposite angles. In a parallelogram, there are two pair of opposite sides and two pair of opposite angles. Opposite sides will be AB and CD and AD and BC, and opposite angles will be angle A and angle C. These will be opposite angles. Similarly, angle B and angle D will be called adjacent angles. Okay. Now, what is the next thing? Adjacent sides and adjacent angles, which are called adjacent sides. So adjacent sides will be those sides which are sharing some vertex. For example, AB and BC both are having vertex B common. That is why AB and BC will be called adjacent sides, and that is the same sides we were calling their consecutive sides in kite. BC and CD is again adjacent side. CD and DA, and DA and AB, these all are known as consecutive sides. What about consecutive angles? So consecutive angles will be those angles which are having one arm in common. For example, angle A and angle B. Or you can say two angles made on any side of parallelogram. तो ए बी पर कौन कौन से दो एंगल बने हुए हैं? ए और बी. बी सी पर कौन से दो एंगल हैं? बी और सी. सी डी पर एंगल सी एंड एंगल डी, और डी ए पर एंगल डी एंड एंगल ए. सो दीज विल बी नोन एज adjacent angles. Okay. Now what are the properties of parallelogram? These are the parts. One more thing left is diagonals. So the sides joining the opposite vertex will be called diagonals. So AD, AC and BD are the diagonals of the given parallelogram. Okay. Now properties of parallelogram. The opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal in length. This is the sign for parallelogram in mathematics. So I am writing parallelogram with this sign. What is the sign? Parallelogram. So it will be called parallelogram. Okay. So the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal in length. The length of opposite sides of a parallelogram will always be equal. The opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal in measure. Like opposite sides are AB and BC. Similarly, AB and CD and BC and AD. Okay. Similarly, what are the opposite angles? Angle A and angle C. So these two angles will be equal. Similarly, angle B and angle D will also be equal. What else he is saying? The adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. This property we are talking about. Supplementary means 180 degree. So the adjacent angles of a parallelogram will always be supplementary, means the sum of this angle and this angle will always be 180 degree. The sum of this angle and this angle will be 180 degree. The sum of angle C and angle D will be 180 degree. Similarly, the sum of angle D and angle A will also be 180 degree. Okay. Thereafter, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. What does this mean? Bisect each other. Bisect each other means if we are having two diagonals, AC and BD, so at the midpoint they will divide each other into equal parts. It means if there is a point O here, so OA and OC will be equal, OB and OD will be equal. This is the meaning of bisect. Understand? So this way, these are the properties. Now let us see the questions. This is the first question of exercise 3.3. Given a parallelogram ABCD, complete each statement with the definition or property used. By which property you are saying so? Okay. So here we are. AD is equals to BC. Why? Because these are the opposite sides of a parallelogram. That is why AD is parallel to BC, and ABCD is a parallelogram given. So AD is equals to BC. Now angle DCB, which angle he is talking about? This angle. So this angle will be equals to this angle. So DCB will be equals to DAB. So DCB is equals to DAB, opposite angles of a parallelogram. The reason is opposite angles of a parallelogram. Now why OC is equals to, what about OC? So OC will be equals to OA, as we discussed in the last property, that diagonals of a parallelogram are bisect each other. So they are intersecting each other at O. So diagonals will be bisected at O. So OA and OC are equal. Why? Because diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Next, DAB. DAB and ABC will be of 180 degree. DAB and CDA, these two angles will be of 180 degree. Why? Because these are the adjacent angles of a parallelogram. So this way you will conclude that with the help of properties you can fill the blanks. Okay, now let us see question number 2. What is there in question number 2? Consider the following parallelograms. Find the value of x, y and z. There is a parallelogram given ABCD, and with whatsoever property you haven't learned, you will have to solve these questions with the property. So what he is saying, A plus B will be 180 degree because these are the adjacent angle. What is the value of A? Z. What is the value of B? 100. So I will get the value of Z. A plus B is equals to 100. Z, the value of A is Z, value of B is 100. Hence the value of Z is equals to 80 degree. Now, what else? A and C are opposite angles. So whatsoever is the value of Z, the same will be the value of X. And B and D are opposite angle. So whatsoever is the value of B, the same will be the value of Y. So the same thing has been done here. Angle A is equals to angle C because these are the opposite angles. So Z is equals to X. And since Z was 80 degree, so X is also 80 degree. And P is equals to D because these are also opposite angles of a parallelogram. So P is equals to 100 and D is equals to Y. In all these questions, it is very important to write the reasons in the bracket. If you have not written the reasons in the bracket, everything is wrong. You are not going to get any marks unless the right reason is not there. So reason should be right and perfect. Okay. Now, I hope it is clear to you. Simply A and B were supplementary. The sum of them is 180 degree. One angle is 100, the other will be 80 degree. Similar, A and C were opposite angle, B and D were opposite. So whatsoever is the value of A, the same will be the value of C, and whatsoever is the value of B, the same will be the value of D.